Oh boy, thank you. Congratulations to Jack and Jim, both of whom have received the Golden Sprinkler Award, and others that are here. One of the first things I'd like to do, can I walk in front? All right, one of the first things I'd like to do is to apologize to NFSA, their officers, directors, and membership, and our friends from Canada and Mexico for messing up the Golden Sprinkler Award scheduled award ceremony. Now, I messed it up because about 12 years ago, my wife and I celebrated our 50th wedding anniversary. And we took our whole family to Tuscany, and we had a marvelous trip, and we had a fun week and really loved it. Well, 10 years later, I started seeing my kids coming to me with these wide eyes, which means I have a question. And they said, "Hey, Dad, 60's coming." And I said, "Yeah, I've been thinking about that." And they said, "Well, what are you going to do?" I said, "Well, I don't know. What would you like to do?" And they said, "Oh, we'd like to go on a cruise." And I said, "Oh, that'd be okay, but my boat's not big enough for a whole family." And they said, no, we're talking about a real cruise where you get on a big boat and you go different places, and they feed you and then they make your bed up every morning. And we're talking about one of those. And I said, "Well, where do you want to go?" And they said, "Well, now we've already talked that over, and here's a brochure, and here's how much it will cost," and so forth. Well, long story short, my kids have always gotten what their mother and I wanted. So we booked the trip, we paid for it, we booked all of the airlines and everything, and we're all getting excited for a couple of months. And then all of a sudden, as you heard a few minutes ago, Terry, our daughter, called me on the phone and she said, "Dad, you've been chosen to receive the Golden Sprinkler Award." And I said, "Wow, W, this is wonderful." And then I stopped and I said, "We have a problem." I said, "We have a booked trip the first week of May, and the conference is the first week of May, and I can't be there. So we're going to have to turn it down." Well, you know, some of us have this little guy that jumps up on our shoulder, and he started screaming in my ear, and he said, "You crazy guy, you're going to give up the Golden Sprinkler Award, the Lifetime Achievement Award, the Golden Globe, the Oscar of the sprinkler industry? You're crazy." And I said, "Yeah, I have to, because family's important. And family has a trip planned, and we're going to go." So I sent the word to NFSA, and I said, "Well, I really am grateful for this, but I can't accept it. I'm going to have to give it up, or we won't be here. You have to give it to somebody else." And they came back a day or two later, and they said, "Oh, we're not going to do that. You see what you can work out." Well, our trip, all of our our whole family's airline reservations were scheduled to leave on May the 2nd. I guess you know when that is. So our son-in-law, who is a commercial airline pilot and knows all about airlines and so forth, got on the phone with the airlines and the travel agents, and they moved all of the reservations to the 3rd of May. You know what that is, right? And so, thankfully to all of you and to Dave and all of our family, I'm able to be here this evening, although I'm going to take off out of here tomorrow morning. Now, Now, Vicki and Shane told me that this was really my day and I could do anything I wanted. So I'm going to change the frequent award ceremony a little bit and start out with dedicating this award to some very important people who have gotten me here. No one ever gets in this position alone. He has to have support and love and criticism and help. And the top of that list of people that I'm dedicating this to is Carol Francis Schaefer Livingston, who has been my partner in life for more than 60 years and has been my partner in business for more than 50 years. And I'd like you to come up here, darling. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on. I have permission to do this now. Come on. And please bear with me, guys, because they told me I could do anything I wanted, and I'm doing it. This gal has given us the strength, encouragement, standing here without her. Oh, wait a minute. Whoa, 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 wait a minute. Whoa. Okay, no, that's not our vote. Some more people that have been very important to me are our 4 children, John, Frank, Terry, and Lori, who have been very tolerant with their dad. You heard him mention he's down in the basement designing systems when he should be spending the evening with them. They came home from school when they were little and found me fabricating pipe in their play area. And the next morning when they got up to go to school, most of the time was gone. But these people have been very well educated despite their dad, very well partnered, and we love them to death, and I want them to come up here. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Aren't they beautiful? I'll be through in a few minutes, be patient. There are 4 more people who have supported me for a long, long time. And these are the four managers and president of our company. Rich Kozel, Keith Hutchins, Tim Beck, and Janice Dawson. And while they're coming up here, come on, come on, come on, come on. I can do what I want, remember? I want you to look at these 4 people and each one of these people came to work for this company. Each one of these people came to work for their company at the bottom of the totem pole. Can you hear me? At the bottom of the totem pole. The 3 men came in installing sprinkler pipe without experience. The lady came in as an office clerk. 20 plus years ago, each one of them joined our company. And now they're running the company. Now, in addition to all of our manufacturers, our suppliers, and all of their people who run in and out of our office all the time teaching us stuff, and the many employees of our company, both gone and still around, this is one of the best days of my life. Maybe the 6th or 8th, but by golly, a real great, I'm not going to name them. But you know, I have one more little group that I'm going to, and then I'm going to step down. But I have to mention that back in the early 70s, I was invited to a meeting during one of these conferences, and I didn't know what it was all about, so I went to this meeting, and when I walked in the door, I saw 5 people sitting there that were the icons, even back in the 70s, of the sprinkler industry. And I sat down with them and they said, we'd like to know if you'd be interested in joining our peer group. And I said, well, yeah, but what's it all about? And they said, well, in order to be a member of this peer group, and I'm saying this to all of you guys, especially you youngsters, because a peer group can really help every contractor because it has us. But anyhow, they said there's some rules, and the first one is that you have to be the major owner of a privately owned independent sprinkler contracting company. Excuse me. And I said, okay. Have to be a member of AFS, and well, I did that. I have to be a member of NFSA. I apologize for that. You have to be geographically located, remote from all other members, so that you don't compete with any of our members. And you have to be willing to travel 4 times a year to the member locations and help out and train and teach and critique the other members' companies. And I said, okay. And they said you have to have a beautiful wife. Now this room was occupied by this group of people, which is really for the last many years has been dubbed the group, especially among NFSA, especially among the group themselves, I try. But we owe them a great deal. We owe them everything. We owe these people standing here with me a great deal. And with all of that support, I am humbled, thrilled, and pleased to accept the Golden Sprinkler Award. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Let me close this out by saying thank you to everybody, but most of all, thank you to Reliable Automatic Sprinkler for sponsoring this event. So thank you to them. Big round of applause for Reliable for sponsoring. So enjoy the evening, enjoy the event, and I'll see you out there. Thank you.